Welcome to a tutorial on how to install a RAM by WordX8. As I look at the video after I record it, I notice some things that are wrong. When you're installing RAM, as you can see in the video, normally motherboards have about 4 RAM slots, and you have to skip every other slot. You need to install the RAM in what they call parallel. And so what you should do is, if you're installing just one stick of RAM, you should put it in something called DIMM 0. There'll be numbers next to the RAM. They'll say DIMM 0, DIMM 1, DIMM 2, DIMM 3, etc. And so just if you're installing just one, put it in DIMM 0. If you're installing 2 pieces of RAM and they're both the same, you should install them parallel, which means you need to install them in one slot and then skip a slot and install the other RAM in the third. So you'd put one in DIMM 0, one in DIMM 1. So you'll kind of understand that when you're actually putting it in, but it's hard to explain verbally.
If you have a stacked wristband thing, and you can put that on right now, what you need to do is you need to remove the case. So just put it on its side and find wherever the screws are, and just to install the RAM. Here's a little thing of RAM. You need to look at it, and there's a little niche in there. So find that niche, and notice how far it is away from the sides. And you need to find a little RAM slot. There should be 4 of them right next to each other, and they should be very long and close together. And you need to install these things parallel to each other, which means skip every single one. In some cases, they may be different colors. So in my case, it's blue, black, blue, black. And so you need to do is install 2 different ones, 2 of the RAMs in the same color. Now, if you look closely, right here, you probably can't see it, but if you look around the RAM, you might see some like DIMM 0. Actually, it says DIMM DIMM 0, and it should say DIMM 0, then DIMM 2, then DIMM 1, and then DIMM 3. So just put RAM in DIMM 0 and DIMM 1 if you have that option. So to do that, make sure you remember the niches, and when you're putting it in, make sure it's right aligned to that niche, and simply put the RAM in and press down until it clicks in. Once it clicks in, then it's installed. You might need to press down in the middle and then press it on each end to make sure it's securely in. And once it's in, there's these little white things that are used. You can just press it on both sides to release it, and these should be in all the way. They should be the same as the other ones. And once that's done, you just install the RAM, and you do the same thing for the other stick, or all 4 if you have 4 sticks, or just 1 if you have 1 stick.